So best of luck, everybody.
Okay. Shall I start, ma'am?
Yes, please. Please.
Good morning to all the wonderful participants who have joined us at this enlightening webinar on mental health and mindful eating, hosted by School of Sciences at Pimpri-Chinchwad University. I am Dr. Amruta Desai, Assistant Professor, School of Sciences. And before we delve into today's session, I would like to take a moment to introduce Pimpri-Chinchwad University and its driving force, PCET. Established in 1990, PCET boasts a rich legacy of nurturing excellence with a steadfast commitment to serving society, industry, and stakeholders through value-based and quality education. With 12 institutions and an impressive student body of over 47,000, PCET stands as a beacon of educational prowess. PCET Visions extends to the establishment of PCU, where our focus lies on delivering top-notch education and fostering innovation. PCU offers a diverse range of programs spanning engineering, technology, management, design, liberal arts, mass media, pharmacy, law, and of course, School of Sciences, which I am honored to represent. Without further ado, I would like to extend a warm invitation to all our esteemed Head of Department, Professor Ruchu Kutiala, whose visionary leadership has brought School of Science to fruition. Professor Kutiala will enlighten us further about School of Science and its endeavors. Please, ma'am, over to you.
A very good morning to everybody, and thank you so much, Dr. Amruta, for this. But before I say something, I guess Dr. Amruta has told us about the PCET. So I request Professor Sanidhya to play a short video on that.
Yes, ma'am.
The Pimpri-Chinchwad Education Trust has established a state private university known as Pimpri-Chinchwad University at Sate, Vadgaon Mawar in Pune Metropolitan Regional Development Authority. It is a 30-acre campus of academic facilities and amenities for students and teachers to help them to achieve their fullest potential. The Pimpri-Chinchwad University campus is well connected with the cities Pune and Pimpri-Chinchwad by road through Mumbai-Pune National Highway number 4 as well as Mumbai-Pune Expressway. Also, railway station Kanhe is at 1 kilometer distance. The nearest airport is Pune Airport. PCU has its different verticals which prepares leaders from different fields. School of Engineering and Technology. School of Design. School of Media Arts and Communication Studies by incorporating cultural activities, events, and organized tours and trips, fostering a holistic development approach. In a sense, Pimpri-Chinchwad University is not just an institution. It is a vibrant ecosystem that nurtures talent, fosters creativity, and provides a platform for students to thrive in every aspect of their academic journey. PCU Bus Transport provides service across the city. Pimpri-Chinchwad University, transformative education that empowers success in a rapidly evolving world.
Well, this is all about our uh, beautiful Pimpri Chinchwad University. Now, coming to the School of Sciences, I take this privilege that under our School of Sciences, we have launched all the sector skill specific kind of the programs. And the world is always talking about the skills education. The world is talking about how to hone the skills of the students so that the gap between the industry and academia is going to be filled. So if you can see over here, we offer BSc in clinical psychology, BSc in nutrition and dietetics. We have also come up with BSc in clinical microbiology. And from the technology side, it is BSc in computer science and cybersecurity, and also the PhD in the various fields in the School of Sciences. So this all inculcates a sector specific. We do not come up general with the home science or maybe the general psychology or the general microbiology. We have done the proper and thorough kind of the research so as to understand that which are the sectors in the existing the degree programs which can render them good, not only the job, even the better placement, as well as the better internship opportunities. Our programs under the School of Science as well as in PCU, they are in align with the NEP, that is National Education Policy 2020, which is propagating inter as well as multidisciplinary kind of approach with the existing major subjects what you are teaching. In the pandemic, we all have realized that how health is so important for all of us. It is not only about your physical health, but also your mental health, which plays a wider role in the society. Plus, the kind of the workforce, the I would like to say the soldiers in the health industry, we need to prepare more and more so that we can serve the community better. So, all our programs, whether it is nutrition and dietetics, in order to train a very successful dietitian, nutritionist, public health sector expert, weight management expert, or else it is a clinical psychologist, where we are looking that the psychologist, in align with the psychiatrist and in the hospital industry, could work for improving the mental health of the people better and also in the rehabilitation sector so that we can join hands and we can work for the betterment of the community. And in the clinical microbiology, definitely we look up for the microbiologist, which who can work in the clinical sector and can join the hands with the mainstream doctors again to help the society better. So, anybody who is listening to us today, and with the help of our very, very esteemed guest, Dr. Archana Sharma, she is going to talk about the emotional quotient today. So, I'm very sure you would be understanding how much is the need of these sectors in the market, and we need more and more health professionals to be trained for the same. So, without any further delay, now I request Aditi Kulkarni, our student from the clinical psychology, to kindly introduce our esteemed guest for the program today. Aditi, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Dr. Archana Sharma, ma'am, is a practicing psychologist specialized in counseling and a trainer. She is a governing body member of the Society for Welfare of Children, Kolkata. She has completed her MSc from West Bengal State University and a diploma in rehabilitation psychology from the University of Kolkata. Her research interests include the impact of social media on mental well-being among adolescents and young adults. As part of her research, she has organized campaigns in schools to create awareness on ways of limiting screen time. She chose and trained herself in various psychotherapies like CBT, behavior therapy, person-centered therapies. She has experience working in the education sector across the country for over 10 years. She connects with all age groups and specializes in dealing with concerns like childhood concerns, teenagers, adolescents, and adult concerns, anxiety, adjustment issues, ADHD, ASD, depression, interpersonal relationships, and others. She has organized awareness programs for parents, educators, and community workers. She has also worked with numerous education institutes to bring psychological insights into management and society. I request Sanada ma'am to share the PPT slide so that Archana ma'am can proceed with all the information that she has prepared for us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Aditi, for the warm welcome. And thank you, Dr. Ruchu, for considering me to interact with the group. And I think I'm very grateful to the team PCET for organizing, this kind of talks where everyone can understand the importance of strengthening EQ, right? Because we most of the time, if we see around us and if we when we interact with people, we see people are just concerned about IQ, right? That my child should be intelligent, should score, should get into this and this, should achieve this, should do that. But no one talks about that. My ward, my child, you know, or an individual should be sorry should have a proper coping skills as well. So I guess it's a very, very relevant topic. So as the topic says, wellness from within and strengthening the EQ for improved emotional and physical well-being. So definitely when we have a coping skills, when we know how to deal with the environment, when we know how to first manage ourselves, right? We will definitely need to be just not physically but emotionally also be very stable. Next, please. So if we see the many a times we just want to understand that what is well-being. We all come around and hear this word well-being, well-being, well-being. So well-being is basically is a state of being healthy and happy, right? So one need to be just not healthy, there is no ailment, there is my all diagnoses are correct, but because of some multiple reason, professional reasons, personal front, I'm not happy, right? Then we are not in the correct state of mind. We are not in the correct state of well-being, right? So again, then it becomes important to understand then what is health. Next, please. So when we see or when we talk about health, uh, health and well-being basically includes both physical and as well as mental health, right? So as I said, physical health is more about your body, its sleep, the kind of nutrition you're taking, exercises you're doing, and what you're doing to keep your body healthy, right? You can eat right, you can sleep properly, you exercise regularly, and you're engaging yourself in some sports activities, some physical activities, so that your body is getting a ample amount of exposure to sunlight, to environment. So that is what you're doing for your physical health, but what you're doing for your mental health, right? So the way we think or feel about ourselves and what is going on around us, so that again becomes very important, right? Maybe one there is an individual who is very, very talented, but you're always criticizing yourself, no, I should have done that, I should have done that, and you are not appreciating or praising yourself at all. Do you think you will be in a correct well-being state? Never. Because you are not counting on your achievements, you are just criticizing yourself, right? And your thoughts, your feelings, everything is connected to each other. Again, how do you cope with the stressors in your life? Everyone at every level has certain stressors. Right now, student has their own stressors in terms of performance, achievement, and proving yourself, interpersonal conflicts, intrapersonal conflicts. There are a lot of things happens in our mind. How we are coping with that is again very, very important. I'll just request all the student to take maybe a minute, okay, and maybe after the the lecture or the entire day or this week, you can reflect more about it. I request everyone on this group to just reflect for a minute, okay, that how do you feel about yourself? Just think about it. How do you feel about yourself? Maybe if there is a notebook or something, what is the first thought coming to you? You can just write it down in the notebook. I am dash. What do you think about yourself? Just take a minute, reflect. What is the first thought which comes to you about yourself when you're thinking about yourself? It's very important to spend time with yourself. Only then we will able to understand how emotionally stable we are and how do you cope with the stresses, right? Next, please. So whatever you have written, reflect about it. Good, bad, need improvement, whatever it is. And in the entire week, just go with this thought that I need to spend time with myself and definitely do something on a daily basis for yourself. Now, next is emotional well-being. So what is emotional well-being? Emotional well-being is basically the ability to produce positive emotions, right? And moods, thoughts, and feelings, and adapt when confronted with adversity and stressful situation. Now, when there is a stressful situation, you will see everyone has a different reaction to it. Some people withdraw, some people cry, some people panic, some people are quiet, some people look for the solutions, some people, scream, some people do something else. They're angry, right? Some people will escape. So you will see there are ample of examples. In just your classroom situation, you will see when there are exams coming in or any presentation coming in, you will see there are so many people behaving in a different way. I just want to give an example over here that during my graduation, okay, there was one paper for the first year and second year was computer science. And in the second year, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know, there was one paper of C++ language, right? And I was not only me, but again, half of the class was not ready for that paper, right? Because we were not able to understand, we were not able to connect to the language and everything. Because it was, we also knew that I don't know if I will be using it further, but it was tough for us. So what happened now, semester somehow passed and the final exams came in. So if suppose day after tomorrow is the final exam, we went to our HOD because we were all in panic mode because we knew that we will not able to clear that paper because we were not confident because we did not know anything about that paper. So we went to our HOD and requested, sir, can you postpone the exam or can we give it later or something, with all the weird thoughts which was coming to our head. Because the message which we gave to ourselves that I will not able to do it or I will not clear it or I don't know the subject. It's very tough for me. I have not given even a, thought to myself that let's try. Okay, let's try and see what happens. So the kind of thoughts I'm giving to myself, that is the way how I will react to the stressful situation. It's very, very important that what kind of thoughts you're giving to yourself. You will start feeling like that, your mood will be like that, and you will experience those emotions. If you continuously say, I will not able to do, you will not able to do. Even if you have caliber, you will not able to do. So that's why we are talking about that emotional well-being is very, very important, right? So now try to, also see that how you are able to what kind of thoughts you're giving to yourself when you are in a stressful situation. Okay, it becomes very important for you to understand that you are also, what message I'm giving to myself. And that way you come as a person also. When there's a stressful situation or conflict situation, how I am handling it. All of that, because see, hard skills, where what we say is the technical skills or theoretical knowledge and everything, everyone is exposed to and everyone gain it. But soft skill, conflict management, decision making is very important, because the base is emotional well-being for everything. It's very important to have that kind of caliber that you are able to handle different kind of situations at your workplace, at your home front, in your personal life. Right? Next, please. So now how do we develop our emotional well-being, right? So you need to listen to yourself and your emotion. It is very, very important. Identify and classify emotion. Many times you will see there are certain children or certain classmate of yours, or there are some people at your home. They are always cranky, always frustrated, right? Always angry without any reason, or it's just that they're always like that. So what they are not doing is they are not identifying and classifying the emotions, right? Now you have also to know the difference between having and acting on emotions. Am I really angry, or I am just acting like I am angry? Okay. Do I really want this? Do I am sad, or it's just to maybe because of several reasons, I'm just acting like I'm sad. You also need to learn to distract yourself at the moment. Take the time to note your impact on others. How is your behavior is impacting on others? Then again, very, very important for all the students I get, you need to set the goal, internal or written, and you need to work toward, because if there is no structure, you will not able to move forward towards achieving the goal. I will clear or I will become X one day. Is it a set goal? No. You need to check and write that I want to see myself as this in 2 years, in 3 years. Maybe I'll clear my graduation or post graduation with X CGP or X percentage. Only then you will able to map out and plan your achievement. Slow down, think, and act. It's not important that you have to be in a hurry always. Take time, think properly, and then act. And also, I'll come back to set goals. I request all the students over here to write down your goal. Okay. What you want to become, how do you want to see yourself, or where do you want to see yourself from 5 years down the line, from today? Where do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? What are you doing? These are some of the questions you need to ask yourself. And only then you will at least get a clarity that okay, where I am, what I'm doing, what I will be doing, where I want to see myself. If suppose some of you write that I want a lavish lifestyle, how will you get that lavish lifestyle? What is your structure? What is your method? What are you thinking? Which field you want to work in? So there are a lot of questions you need to ask, lot of whys, lot of what, and only then you will able to set your goal. Once your goal is set, you will see that your well-being has improved a lot. Next, please. So see, we are talking about emotional well-being. So what is emotional intelligence? I really find this graphic very, very interesting. So the first person says he marry, no more changes. This person is telling. Then the other one says, I don't think so. Then she is going to make changes. I have made up my mind that, okay, she is going to make changes. Other one says, I am going to make changes. Then, Mary, you have made changes. And he's like furious. And then the Mary says, I know. So again, how the other person is reacting to it, but it's better, right? So learning to deal with emotions logically. Whatever assignment I'm sending, it will be, I'll get 10 out of 10. If I'm submitting with this thought, my assignment or project or my exam, right? Then, and if I get 8 or 9 or 7, I'm not able to accept it. I'll get furious. I will get into, certain state of mind where I am not accepting it, and my well-being is disturbed totally. So you need to understand that how to deal with that situation. I have done my 100%, but you make sure that you're doing your 100%, right? So I have done my 100%. Now let's see how it goes. So it becomes very important for everyone to work on it. Now we come to very important part, IQ and EQ. So what is IQ? IQ is all about cognitive, intellectual, logical, analytical, and rational abilities. And EQ is all about emotional, social, communicative, and rational abilities. How to be a social person. It's very important, right? Your personal information bank, memory, vocabulary, all of that is IQ. Your grasping own as well as others' want and needs is EQ. Then GOGS, how well one acquires and organizes new knowledge. GOGS, how well one copes with environmental demands and pressures. So when we see EQ, what is EQ saying? EQ is all about environment. EQ is all about social and communicative rational abilities. EQ is all about how you are handling situations. And unfortunately, we are not trained to do this in any of the curriculum. We are just trained for IQ. We are not trained for EQ, right? We don't know how to enhance our EQ, but there are a lot of products you will see and a lot of things, strategies you will see how to enhance your IQ. But I request all the students to work on your EQ also, right? It is not just about how you need to be socially, but it's also about how you need to be as an individual, to know yourself, to understand your capacities, to understand your threshold. It becomes very important to work on your EQ. Next, please. So what is EQ? You will see there are different parameters of EQ. First is intrapersonal, self-regard, emotional self-awareness, assertiveness, independence, and self-actualization. So what is assertiveness? I hope you all have heard this word, but we don't practice it generally, right? Because we are not trained to. So assertiveness is basically the art of saying no. It's a very, a part of effective communication. Then how much you are aware about yourself is emotional self-awareness. About your emotions, at what time, what I feel and how should I react. That becomes very important. Then interpersonal EQ, what comes in when society, social responsibility, and interpersonal relationship. Stress management EQ, stress tolerance and impulse control. It's very important. You will see nowadays a lot of videos come then when people are, not able to control their impulses and they start hitting each other using inappropriate language. So the impulse control is really going down. And how much stress you can tolerate. So you need to understand, some people, if the bus is scheduled to come at 8 o'clock and if it is 8:10, it has not arrived, driver is not picking call, then people will not able to handle that stress, right? They'll start panicking and they are like, I don't know how will I reach, is that and all of that, right? And there are some people, if bus is not there till 8:30, just relax. Okay, 9 o'clock is exam. So extremes, right? So we need to work on and see when and how to react. Adaptability, very, very important. Reality testing, flexibility, and problem solving. Okay, how much adaptable you are to your environment. Okay, how much flexible you are, because a change is the only constant. Okay, you will have to see that. General mood, EQ, optimism and happiness. Okay, so I would say optimism all the time, for in all situation, optimism is also not required, but we also need to understand when and how much. So this is what the EQ and the different parameters look like. Next, please. Now, there are some research work which says that benefits of emotional well-being is that people who are optimistic and happy, there are a lot of changes, and lifespan has been seen longer in the people if they see the positive side of all the situation. But also, it also increases the resilience in them, that they are able to continue working and not giving up. Right? Next, please. And there is also a decline in the heart or cardiac problems in the people who are happy. Now, happiness can be again, differ from people to people. So if you see, the high level of well-being has shown that there is an increase in our immunity infection, lower our risk of mental health problems, reduce mental decline as we get older, and increase our resilience. Next, please. So it becomes very important for us to work on ourselves on a regular basis, and also to handle the situation in a way that it is being handled properly, and maybe give your 90% or 100% to it, you will get result. Now, just I'll wrap with this 8 golden tips for emotional wellness. I think it's very important to understand. The first one I always keep hearing, because I do a lot of practice as a psychologist. So I get to know, I get to meet a lot of young adult people, college going people, adolescents, and they keep saying, the way I treated my friend or I treat my friend, they don't treat me the same way, and it disappoints me. So I don't want to make friends. Right? But is that a reality? No. Keep your expectation of yourself and others realistic. This is written on stone, that the way you will treat others, others will not treat you. So don't get into any relationship with that kind of expectation. Otherwise, you will be disappointed. Develop realistic goals and set out to achieve them. It's very, very important. First semester, I scored 4 out of 10. My CGPA is 4. And suddenly in second CGPA, I am planning that I'll get 8 or 9. There is a big gap, right? So this is not a realistic goal. From 4, you can go to 6. Then from 6, you can go to 8. But from 4, you cannot go to 10 or 9. It's a big gap. So set realistic goal. Learn to accept the changes in your life. It's very, very important. As I said, change is is only constant. Release the anger and the resentment. 5 years back, that girl has told me this. Now she has come to my college. Now I will take the revenge. So these 5 years, you were carrying the baggage, right? Release the anger, resentment. Whatever you have to say at that moment and finish it off. Otherwise, it will eat you inside. Next, please. Surround yourself with positive thought people. There are some people who will always criticize you. There are some people who will always say, no, 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 this course is not worthy. No, 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 don't do this. Just keep away yourself from those kind of people. Choose to be a good friend to yourself, not to others. Yes, to others, secondary. Primary is first, you need to be good to yourself. You need to treat yourself properly. Okay, you should appreciate yourself. You should give a pat on your shoulder. Okay, I have done and I'm doing well till now. I will definitely do it further as well. Take good care of your body. If you're experiencing emotional difficulty, talk to someone. Take good care of your body. I also request, if students are allowed to message in the chat box, I would request all the students and the faculty also to maybe just write what you do to take care of your body. What is your self-care routine? Sanidhya, is it possible if they can write in the chat box?
Yeah, they
Yes,
can
please.
write.
So students and faculty as well, everyone, the whole group, I request all of you to please write what you do to take care of yourself, of your body, of your emotional health. Maybe 2 to 3 things, whatever you are doing. Okay, that's great. 15 to 30 minutes workout. I'm waiting for others also. Take your time. Because this is a very important aspect of our daily life. You know, we do everything to score good, but do we do something for ourselves? Thanks, Aditi. Quickly, everyone. Okay, daily gratitude practice and law. The discipline in diet and mind cleansing. Thank you, Ruchu ma'am. Students, gym and spending time with friends. That's great. Again, spending time with friends also, just see, it's important, very important. But if you're, it is you're doing for yourself or for others, again, that becomes important. Others also, please, quickly. Myself, ma'am, it feels good to be with them. Okay, thank you. I'll just maybe wait for a minute and then we can wrap. I'm sorry, I think I have gone a little over time. So basically, why we are doing this exercise is at least you will think, okay, that what I'm doing for myself every day on a daily basis, what I'm doing for myself. Next, please. So please go with this thought of mine that, okay, I have to do something for myself every day, right? So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. And I hope I tried to keep it very simple so that you can understand the importance of emotion, its role in your life, and definitely self-care. And only then you can strengthen your physical as well as emotional health. So thank you so much. And if you have anything you want to ask, discuss, share any experience, forum is open for that.
So we are open for a question and answer round today. And there are a few questions that I have received. The first one is how to become RCI certified psychologist.
Okay. So RCI certified, there's a criteria to do a diploma course, 1 year, or maybe in some universities it's 2 years. So I did it from University of Calcutta, the diploma in rehabilitation psychology. And you will get a list of the colleges and courses in the RCI official website. They, I think, have a circular or something where they show what courses are available in what universities, and according to your expertise you can definitely get into it. And the other is after your masters you can uh, after your masters definitely you go for the diploma. And some universe, though there was circular that MPhil is not open and it is not being given in all the universities, but there's still some universities who are offering MPhil, right? So doing that a 2 year course, you can go ahead and get your RCI. So these are the two ways. And you will get the list of courses as well as universities or colleges who are providing it.
And what I believe is, Dr. Archana, if I'm not wrong, that right now RCI is also under construction because the government has declared regarding the MPhil, the discontinuation of the MPhil. So I guess the guidelines and the rules are uh, again, getting revised. Uh, do
It
you?
is, yes,
Yes,
yes, it is getting
right,
revised. That's why you will get a very specific courses and the colleges where you can do the courses from, right? Because now there are so many courses coming up, and maybe sometimes they fool you and you do the course, but they don't give you RCI. So you have to be
right,
very,
right.
very particular. Go to the RCI official website, get the circular, read it properly, and then enroll for the course.
Yeah,
And
so
it's
I
mostly offline. Sorry.
Right, right. So I just wanted to tell you that we are in a process of approaching to
Okay.
RCI so that if we can get our this degree or the program that is clinical psychology, since we are covering up also the credits in rehabilitation in the degree itself. Plus, after the NEP, that is National Education Policy, lot of changes in the conventional education has occurred. So whether it is any field, for here, if I have to talk about psychology also, that then I would proudly like to say that in the first year only we are covering up a lot of credits related to cognitive development, and also introducing them to the various kind of the disorders, the psychopath physiology at a very early stage. So once this RCI comes at a very regular mode of functioning after their construction, so we are trying that if we can get this certified by the RCI, because doing 1 or 2 years diploma again after masters, it's like again investing 2 years in the same. So it's coming
Correct.
4 plus 2 plus 2. So it's quite a lot.
Correct.
So since government is now asking to reduce the number of years, so the RCI also has to a little amend it's there. So let's see on a positive note how the things would be in the near future.
I
Yeah.
hope it will be great and all the best.
Yes,
And
yes.
I think it's a great initiative that you are trying to do this so that the
Yes.
students also can benefit. So I
Correct.
remember in masters when I did it 2011. And after that, a lot of people used to go for MPhil again, plus 2 years. And then you get your RCI and then you start practicing. But I think that's
Exactly.
a great start,
Exactly.
Anshuman. I think it's a great start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. Sorry,
Yes.
good morning. There are two more questions from Shivam, a student of clinical psychology.
Okay.
He's asking how would mindfulness play a part in EQ? And he's writing further, sometimes even after noting the emotions, it's hard to identify them. What should one do in such a situation? It's on the chat box, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Sanidhya. And first of all, what is your understanding of mindfulness is what need to be checked, right? Because many a times, and because of so much of exposure of screen and everything, I don't think so. Even 10% of people are practicing mindfulness, right? We are even eating with having a screen around us. So mindfulness is basically whatever you are doing, you are giving your 100% to it. And you are present at that moment and enjoying that. If you're just seeing outside also, greenery, admiring the nature, you're just admiring the nature, right? You're not thinking about, okay, after this, what I will do. There are no multiple thoughts coming to your head. And you are 100% there. You're attending a class, then you're just attending the class. You're listening to your lecturer. You are trying to understand what my lecturer is saying, making notes. You're not thinking in exam, if it comes like this, what will I write? Next exam assignment is there, how to write. Today after college, we'll go for, tea party, whatever. There should be not multiple thoughts coming to your head. Mindfulness will definitely enhance your EQ. If we can practice, it can be a separate lecture altogether of mindfulness. So if we start practicing mindfulness, it's great. Now, understanding emotion, again, it's tough. But once we start doing it, so whenever you are, suppose most of the time what happens, just a second, sorry.
So till the time our speaker would be resuming, so here I would like to say to all the listeners over here, and that this the whole session would also be very soon available as a part of a series on the YouTube as well. So we would be sharing the link with our speaker as well and with all the students so that we can, share it with the maximum people so that everybody can learn better about the emotional quotient. And as Dr. Archana rightly said, that, a lot of people can fool us in the market, especially related to the, that certificate courses and the programs, maybe of 2 months, 3 months, and so on, and where they are actually promising you that you would be becoming a psychologist. And the same is the unregulated market, which stands for nutrition and dietetics as well. So here I urge everybody to kindly spread this word to maximum people that it's a proper professional degree, a formal education that is required, whether to become a psychologist and practicing in the clinical setting, or whether to become a dietitian and again practicing in a clinical setting, which could be a wellness sector or a hospital industry, or maybe under and with somebody who is already practicing. Because here you learn about the patient, the counseling measures, how to handle them, and also about the disease management. And since we are teaching psychology and nutrition together, so somewhere I would say that they are merging together. That how your emotional quotient also affects your physical quotient, the way you have learned today, or vice versa. How your physical quotient can also affect your emotional quotient. So, if you have pursued 12th in science, and that too with 50% or maybe 45% in the special category kind of the cases, any combination physics, chemistry, biology, or maybe maths, you are most welcome to join. In psychology, we have one more flexibility that even if you belong to arts or humanities sector, and you took psychology as a subject for your 11th as well as 12th. So, again, we accept you and welcome you with the open arms to learn clinical psychology. Since it is a BSc vertical, so we are a little particular, and the preference is there to the science student, whether it is nutrition, whether it is psychology, or whether it is clinical microbiology. So, Dr. Archana, over to you now. I guess you can
Thank
complete
you.
your explanation. Yeah.
Sorry for the interruption. So basically, when I was talking about emotion, most of the time you will see people just express their emotion through anger, right? They will either become little cranky, frustrated, angry. So many a times we don't understand really what I am feeling. Okay, maybe my friend is changing city. I'm sad. I'm not expressing my sadness. I'm angry, right? And then I'm angry with everyone. I'm throwing tantrums, I'm not talking, I'm not responding. So it becomes very important to question that why I am behaving like this. Because once you start writing, because my friend is leaving, because I did not score, because I did not plan a surprise for my best friend, because I did not talk to my mom properly today morning. So once you write all the because, then you can identify your emotion. Okay, this is coming out of sadness, this is coming out of maybe guilt, maybe this is coming out of from this. So this is what I'm feeling. I'm not feeling angry, right? Question and then start writing from because. And just one request to everyone, don't try to maybe limit the word use of the word should. Okay, you should achieve this, you should go there, you should do that. If you say should, if you pronounce should, there is a lot of pressure, right? So try to limit that usage of should and try to reframe your sentence by maybe could, maybe can, and then you will see it will relieve the stress. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Due to shortage of time, we're not taking any more questions, but I request Rupali ma'am to proceed with the
Yes,
word of
thank you,
thanks.
Aditi. I think it is a very nice session, wonderful session over here. So, on behalf of Pimpri Chinchwad University, I would like to extend my sincere thanks and gratitude to all those who had made our recent webinar very successful. So, which will be on the wellness from within and strengthening the emotional quotient. So, how it is very important than the IQ, so that we had also learned over here. So firstly, I would like to heartfelt thank you to our esteemed speaker, Ms. Archana Sharma ma'am. So your insight, your expertise, and the passion for the emotional quotient and how it will be helpful for maintaining your mental health, that we had learned today, and which is truly enlightened and inspired for all of us. So your contribution have enriched our understanding of importance of this topic. I also want to express our gratitude to all the authorities, our Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Sudeep Thepde sir, who had also joined the session, the student and authorities and head of the department who had joined this session today. So your active engagement, thoughtful questions, and willingness to learn about the genuine commitment and promoting the mental well-being is among ourselves and around us. So furthermore, I extend the thank you to all the organizing team of PCU and School of Sciences. Our student is also helpful for organizing this session. So everyone behind the scenes who had worked tirelessly to bring this event together. So lastly, I encourage each of you to take what you learned today and continue to advocate for the wellness within you and strengthening the emotional quotient. That is our motto. Okay, so together we can make the positive impact and create more empathetic and supportive to the community. What this is our motto of our degree. So once again, I thank you to our esteemed speaker and the participant, and our the visionary leadership of Professor Ruchu Kutiala ma'am, and all the organizers for making this webinar successful and meaningful. So let's continue this important journey together, and we'll meeting you again and again for these new sessions over here. So thank you all of you.
Uh, Thank you so much, Dr. Rupali, for this vote of thanks. So,
Okay, ma'am.
Dr. Archana, I would really like to appreciate, as Rupali said, you are joining from Cape Town and there is also a time difference. But we really hope to see you in the campus sometime very, very soon. So, whenever you are visiting India, just mark in your calendar of the visits that, you have to visit Pimpri Chinchwad University, and we would be so overwhelmed if you also just have an interaction live, offline, what I mean to say, with our students and even the faculty members. And let's see if we can also collaborate for the internships, so that if few students are interested in the coming future, they can do internship under you or maybe over there in some organizations in the Cape Town, if this works and if this is possible. So, thank you so much for joining this. And I would also like to thank my all team members and the students, who have supported this, and plus the staff members who have joined. So, here we conclude the session. So, I request the host to kindly conclude the session. And the digital team really works very hard, to put all this in place. So, once
Yeah.
the recording is ready, so Archana ji, we would be sharing it with you. Okay?
Sure. Thank you so much, Richu ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
Thank
I
you so
keep
much.
hearing about the good work the university is doing through Tanvi ma'am. So we also get to I also get to hear her experience. So I guess it's a great work you guys are doing. Thank you so
Yeah, yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
you.
So we all can leave the session, and I request the host to kindly stop the recording, please.